Good evening. We'll go ahead and start the meeting. Thank you all for coming. First item is approving the minutes from January 12th.
I'd make a motion we approve those minutes.
Motion made second by Bob. All in favor? The next item is considered the June 10th.
Okay, we talked about this, as you remember from the last meeting, and we decided to table it. I'd like to open that discussion back up again for tonight. Bob and I have been communicating back and forth, and you actually have an email from some of the correspondence that we've had, and basically it outlines what we're currently paying for days off. I think at the last meeting, Dave Rhoda made a very valid point, and that point was that if we don't accept this and vote it in, then we might want to be prepared as to why. The other point that was made by Jan, and I think Dana participating in that, was the fact that the state's going to be down. So for the town office, for us to conduct business, computers are hooked up directly with the state's computers, we're going to be dead in the water. You know, so I think those are two things that we have to look at. I don't know if you've been watching this on the news, but the interim city manager for Bangor was on the news, I believe, last night. It's in front of their council. They're going to be discussing this as well. Currently, there's been 30 towns in the state, towns and cities, who've accepted this as a paid holiday. 12 have not. You've got some of that list that I provided to you at the last meeting. So, having said that, I'd like to open it up for discussion. I'd like to be able to walk out of here tonight with a decision.
Tom?
When exactly is Juneteenth?
It's the 19th, right?
19th of June.
Is it going to be the same every year?
I don't know.
My understanding is that that is the day.
And what day of the
It's
week
June
is that
19th.
this year?
Play that.
I don't know how many.
June 19th is going to be on a Sunday, so I'm assuming they give the Monday as the holiday. And then if it falls on a Wednesday, they'll get Wednesday off.
All right, I'm sure there's some towns that probably won't do that this year, but within a year or two, it's going to be a standard thing for every town, I think, probably.
I think once people get beyond it,
Yeah.
it'll fall into line with everything else.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to become a standard issue before long, I think.
We currently have 12 paid holidays. That will give us 13 paid holidays.
We keep going, we won't have to work.
Well, you know.
All those in favor?
Well, the other thing we gotta look at, I understand what you're saying, but this is a benefit to that. And, and that's the bottom line. And if, we're not giving Juneteenth off, and Winslow, Waterville, and Fairfield are, it's really, people notice that.
My concern is not necessarily for, what we do in conjunction with others. It's the way that this was sort of orchestrated without a lot of discussion that I know of, and then I don't know what their rationale is going to be next year to have it on a Monday, a Tuesday. Are they going to go back to the first Monday or the second? It just seems that they would have thought all those things through before they just started passing.
They probably have done, but I just don't have that information.
Right, but just the thought, why not make that Monday, the third Monday of the month, whatever it is, and call that the day, because you could in fact have, if it's on a Wednesday, do we celebrate on a different day? It just seems that it's not well marketed by the federal government, the state government. It's just, well, we got to do this because. And, it's tough when towns and states have to follow something because somebody thought it was a great idea. I understand why we're doing it, but I just wish that we'd gotten a little bit more understanding of it prior to all of a sudden.
Council gets to make this decision.
Well, it's not, it's not whether we do it or not, it's why did they put anybody in this situation without giving clear details.
Anything more to say? Good. Make a motion.
I make a motion, we call June 19th, one of our approved holidays.
Motion made, second by Bob, all in favor.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Next up is the sewer commitment. Being passed
Signing
along.
right now.
I'd make a motion to sign the sewer commitment.
Motion's been made, we sign the sewer, one's already being signed.
Oh, you got it.
How many do you want?
We got one coming your way.
Motion's made, that we sign it, do I have a second? Thank you, Bob, all in
Thank you.
favor? Sign the sewer commitment. I'll move it. I think part of it.
No, what I want the police officers here for is to answer any questions before and after the executive session. So if you have any questions, we've got the guys or boots on the ground for you to ask. But when we go into executive session, it'd be just us, the chief and the captain, or the deputy chief. If that's the case, then we'll move into, if you have no questions right now for our police officers, then we'll move into executive session. And I'll just ask you two just to step out, if you don't mind.
Let me go to the camera.
I'll get that.
Do I have a motion and a second? Go ahead.
Make a motion that we go into executive session under 1 MRS, section 4056A.
Second.
All in favor?
So that, lovely lady.
Go ahead, at this time, we'd like to take and make a motion on the
Right now.
Do they want to come in?
Yeah, they're coming in.
Here comes-
This is slow. It's a big car.
This is an agreement that has been made, so all we have to do is vote to accept it.
This is the tentative agreement waiting for approval for the council.
Did you make the motion?
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion, we accept these changes that we've been given here for our police department.
Motion's been made, second by Don, all in favor? Thank you.
And I need
Thank
a
you all.
vote, a motion allowing me to sign the contract with the Fraternal Order of Police.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Thank you. Congratulations,
gentlemen.
guys. We have a new contract for the next 3 years.
Thank you very much.
Did you do the dishes in the kitchen?
I can.
Okay, good, thank you.
Anything rather than walk that coal.
Especially this weekend.
Well, I'd like to, while we're here, thank you as well, because you put a lot of effort into this. I know you and I spent a lot of time, a lot of discussions, and you did a lot of work, and it's appreciated. I know the guys and girls over there appreciate it very much, as do I. So thank you.
You guys all done a good job. Thank you.
Keep up the good work, keep safe.
We do our best.
As Ella said, I think our public still appreciates our police department.
We try, and I think you're right. We get a lot of support out there.
Now, how's that look on our breaking snow?
It's got snow tires on, so it's great.
You got plowing.
Did they come with
I
them?
have to put a plow on it. I would.
Adam and Pete, thank you for coming over. The reason why I wanted to come over in case there was any questions, but it went smooth, so, we're neat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay safe.
A lot of work.
Have a good night.
Bob, did you have anything you want to say tonight?